Now, how do we implement this strategy, this plan, whatever you call it? How do we go about implementing it? And I want to tell you something, a story from my own experience, which I think is a crucial point that is often missed. I certainly missed it, let me tell you. I went to a ministry development review, which in the diocese I was in at the time, we had one every 2 years. You fill in several forms, etc., etc. And in that review, the person said to me, over the last 2 years, you've clearly tried to do a number of things, as any vicar does. Now, what things that you tried do you think, upon reflection, were wrong? And I said to him, none. Every single thing I tried, I thought was absolutely right. Covered it in prayer, etc., etc. I thought everything was right. He clearly thought I was one of the most conceited vicars that he'd ever spoken to in a ministry development review, and unrealistic vicars. But then I said to him, but I have got something very, very, very wrong. And he said, what? And I said, well, some of the things I've tried, I've tried to do it too fast. And when I've tried to do it too fast, it's ended in total failure, which has been worse than not doing it at all, because you put a lot of effort in and all the effort is wasted. And I said, other things that I've tried to do, I've done too slow, and they have also ended in total failure. And I've done some other things that have been successful. I didn't have 2 years of unmitigated failure, let me tell you. My big error over those 2 years was that I was not good enough at pace. And I realized through that ministry development review, because the person reviewing me kind of helped me to bring out my own reflections, that as a leader, you need to become a master of pace. That's very, very, very important. And so now when I lead, I am constantly adjusting the pace. There's some times where I just really hold back. We're along this path and I go incredibly slowly. And there's other times where I think, right, the time is right, etc., etc. And then I take a big step forward. And there's other times where it's just a relentless moving forwards. But I'm always very, very, very aware of pace. You can lose people if you go too fast. You can lose people if you go too slow. And even if you go at a consistent pace, that's often not right, because situations change in people's lives and in the life of the church or the organisation, that necessitates the leader, a good leader, having to change the pace.